There is a moment few people talk about. It's not the moment of the fall. It's not the moment of the victory. It's the moment in between, the one where you haven't arrived anywhere yet, but you've already left behind everything you knew as safe. Daniel knew exactly what that moment felt like. The studio he had built for 11 years had closed. A project that should have been his greatest had become debt and silence. But Daniel was still sitting at that table, and that, although he didn't yet know it, was already a choice. Most people quit in silence. It's not a dramatic decision. There's no speech. Mara had spent 2 years creating something nobody had done before, a method combining neuroscience with emotional narrative. It was unlike anything that existed. She knew it, and that was exactly what paralyzed her. The voice that makes us stop doesn't sound like fear. It sounds like wisdom, like caution, like common sense. It says, maybe it's not the right time. It lies about what you should do with the facts. Researchers found something curious about those who keep going. They are not more courageous. They don't have less fear. What they have is a different relationship with uncertainty. He was rereading projects he had loved. Not the big ones, the small ones, made with intention. And something in him went quiet. He opened a new file. No title, no client, no deadline. And he started. Most of life's great decisions don't come with fanfare. It was the 14th rejection. She read it, closed the computer, made coffee. She stood for a long time, looking out the window, and then she went back. Not with excitement, not with an internal speech. She went back because the alternative was living with the weight of doubt. There is a quiet beauty in the work nobody sees. He spent 4 months rebuilding everything from scratch. Not to impress, to understand. There were nights when he saw no value in what he had made, but he kept coming back. Mara launched a small version of her method for 12 students. In a borrowed room, no infrastructure, no funding, just to see if it worked. It worked, not spectacularly, but in a how verifiable way. The turning point rarely happens like a bolt of lightning. It happens when you're so used to continuing, you almost don't notice. A young studio had seen his portfolio and wanted to talk. He read it 3 times before he believed it. It wasn't what he had lost, but it was more true. You won't find in anyone's feed the photo of the day they decided to keep going. No record of the moment someone closes the laptop exhausted and still saves. No, like for the morning you wake with no motivation and do it anyway. Mara now teaches more than 300 students. Not because she got lucky, because she didn't stop. This video is not about Daniel. It's not about Mara. It's about the moment you are in right now. Maybe you're at the beginning, not knowing if what you're building has value. Maybe you're in the middle, tired of a path without results yet. Maybe you're at the edge, where stopping starts to feel reasonable. Most people stop exactly here, not for lack of talent, but because exhaustion and doubt arrived together and no one was there. So let me say it now. It is normal, and you can keep going anyway. Not, will I make it? But, will I keep going? Making it depends on variables you don't control. But continuing that choice is entirely yours. Every day. Every morning when exhaustion is easier than effort. You don't need to be certain you'll get there. You just need to choose to keep going. And that choice starts now.